Hi, I'm Tiffany Markarian with Advantus Marketing, and today is our second video in the installment of How Do You Find Success with Target Marketing. In a prior video, we talked about the definition of a target market, because the biggest problem advisors and business professionals have is sometimes they feel like target marketing may not work, but in reality, the market that they were going after wasn't really a market in the first place. And there's a few ingredients that need to happen for you to find success with a target market, not in the short term, but in a long-term sustainable approach to your business. Let's revisit one of the key concepts before we teach you how to truly find success, and that's the definition of a true target market. The best definition I've heard is from Richard Wildman of the Wildman Center for Excellence in Practice Management. There's entire coursework on this. The definition is it's a defined group of people, not product, people, that network and communicate together. And the benefit to you is if you've got people with commonalities, whether it's their work, their profession, their lifestyle, their recreation, and they network and communicate together through a group, you've got a chance to get inside that group, build relationships, become the go-to business professional. And I always ask my buddy James, he'll tell me if the market you're going after truly qualifies as a market. Remember, James, my buddy, is an acronym. J is an organization exists for that market that I can join. A in his name is, do I have interest and affinity for that market? If it's not something I'm interested in, I'm probably not going to stick with it. The M is, does it meet at least 6 to 12 times a year? Why is that important? If the organization, group, or club only meets once a year, what are you going to do for the 11 other months in the business? You're going to have to look for other prospecting. E, is it economically viable? The members in that market worthy of the types of services that I provide? Is the only association multiple states away? Is that economically viable for me to travel? And what about the dues, the cost for admission for me to be a part of this group? If it's thousands upon thousands of dollars, is that going to be economically viable? And lastly, the size. Is there at least 600 members in that market? Because if not, if it's only got 20 people, 15 people, 30 people, it's not going to be enough for me to sustain my practice. It might be a great business opportunity, but for a long-term finding success in a market, James will help you determine if it qualifies. Now, let's say we've got a group or organization that qualifies, and my buddy James blesses it. What could go wrong? Well, first of all, let's say you found a market, but you can't join it unless you're a licensed professional in that specific industry. That's knocked out that market right off the gate. What happens if we found a great organization, and James put his thumbs up, but the executive director or president won't return my call for a meeting to actually learn about this organization? I've tried 3, 4, 5 times. Maybe I've gone to the membership director. I can't get a call back from that person. And the problem is, if any of these things happen, then we say, I tried target marketing, it didn't work. Well, that's not necessarily true. The research phase, when you're stacking up your markets and asking James if it qualifies, we need to do that with 4 to 6 markets. Because if 1 or 2 fall off, we've still got 4 to 6 to explore. And the goal here is not to find 4, 5, 6 markets to be involved in. You're going to spread yourself too thin. It's to find 1 or 2 very viable markets. But to do that, we've got to look at about 4 to 6 to pass through the research phase. If you were buying an automobile, it's very unlikely that you're going to go to one place, test drive one car and say, I'm in. You're probably going to look at 4 to 6 different models, test drive a few to find the 1 or 2 that actually fits your budget, feels comfortable, and is something that you're going to want to drive for years to come. Well, we're going to follow the same strategy. This is our business. This is our practice. We owe it to ourselves to look at 4 to 6 because the likelihood of some of them not passing through James's criteria is going to be high. So let's say a few got knocked off. We've got 3 to 4 to actually look at now that pass the criteria. And we've been able to meet with the executive director. What could we do wrong that might knock us out of the running? Let's say we meet with that president or executive director, and all we did was talk about our products and services the whole time. We never engaged that executive director in terms of the membership. How can I bring value? How could I be a resource to you and your members, and together we solve some of the industry challenges? If all you're doing is talking about products and services, they're going to see you as the same old other people that's like a revolving door coming in looking for leads. And they're not going to engage with you. Another challenge is, let's say we have a great meeting with the president, but we never met some of the other members of the executive committee. The more people that we meet with at the leadership team of that group, organization, or club, and they engage with us, they're going to want to introduce us to members. Hopefully they see us as a financial, insurance, or business resource. They'll want to put us in front of members. So that is a key thing. What happens if the president now steps down and moves on to another role? We didn't have any other people on our side. What's another thing that could go wrong? Well, we decide we're going to join. We'll show up for a couple lunch meetings, hope that we meet with someone. Well, hope is never a plan. You need to go in there and be part of the fabric. You want to ask a lot of questions of these members. What are the challenges that you face in your industry? How long have you been in this organization? How long have you been running? How long have you been fishing? Tell me about your family. What is it that you find most valuable through this association? You being inquisitive about them makes them inquisitive about you. But if all you're doing is trying to get them to know you and yapping on about your products and services, you probably won't find success, and unfortunately that's your fault, not theirs. What's another thing that could happen? Well, let's say that we are curious. Let's say the executive director really likes us and they say, well, you can find everything you need on our website. We've got a great platform for you. We can put your logo up on the website. We can put a banner ad up there for you. That's nice, but it's not advertising solely that you're looking for. If you're joining an organization, you're trying to be a resource to members. So if they say to you, well, for $2,500, that would be your dues, and we can get you your logo up there. You're trying to get in front of people. So a lot of times you may say, nah, I don't want to do that, and off you go. That's a negotiation opportunity. You might say, I'm not really looking for my logo to be up there, that's nice, but instead of you putting a quarter-page ad, could I, instead of having an ad, have an article? So I'm perfectly willing to pay maybe a sponsorship, but rather than an ad, which people just blow through, they just mute through advertisements now, could my ad be an article? And I'd like to be able to contribute good topics around what we've talked about that are your members' challenges. Maybe they say, well, you could be a member of our organization. For this sponsorship level, we'll give you a booth at the back of the room at our next networking meeting. Say a booth is nice, but I would also like to be able to address them and thank them for having us be a part of this event. And here's the value and the issues that we help you solve. We look forward to getting to know you better and helping you solve some of your industry challenges. So if they throw out sponsorships, don't automatically say, okay, they're just trying to get my money. It's a negotiation opportunity. Go a little bit deeper. So finding success with target marketing, there's a lot of ingredients that have to happen. First and foremost, is the market you're going after really even a market to start with? Ask my buddy James. From there, it's about being inquisitive about their needs. The more inquisitive that you are, the more engaged they'll be with you. Third, it's an opportunity. You're trying to build relationships. You're trying to get face-to-face. Ask them what are the best ways to build a relationship with members. They may say, well, we see so many insurance, business, financial professionals come in. It just seems like they don't stay. What are the things that we could do to bring value to members? Have that conversation. Have it with multiple people on the executive committee. And finally, find out about what are their challenges so that rather than positioning your products, your services, your beliefs, position them in a way that means something to them. Be relatable to them, and you've got a much greater shot of finding not only success with target marketing, but a long-term opportunity to truly build your practice with a group of people that you believe in and wants your resources. Thanks for watching again today. I hope you found this valuable to your practice, and join us next time where we talk about additional strategies to help you advance your business and your marketing momentum.